Everyone calls Shubman Gill the Prince of Indian cricket. But is he really ruling the T20I format? Let's break down why his omission from T20I World Cup squad actually adds up, using clear insight and key data points. Chapter 1: The Strike Rate Problem. In T20 cricket, the real currency is not runs, it's impact. And impact is driven by strike rate. And this is where Shubman Gill's international T20 game keep running into trouble. Take Zimbabwe tour for example. As a captain, Gill struggled to get out of the first gear, scoring 31 of 29 in one match and 13 of 14 in another. Although he ended the series as the highest run getter with 170 run at an average of 42, but the overall strike rate of 125.92 tells a different story. A similar pattern showed up in Sri Lanka. While chasing a modest 137 runs, Gill took 37 balls to make 39, a knock that slowed the inning and pushed pressure onto the middle order. To be fair, he did finish as India's third highest run scorer in that series with a strike rate of 137.73. But the tempo inside the innings still felt out of the sync with the modern T20 demand. And that's the real point. It's not that Gill isn't a good batter. In IPL, he has been outstanding, consistently striking at 145 plus over the last 3 seasons, including a monster 890 run season in 2023 with a strike rate of 157.8. But for the reason that remain hard to pin down, the IPL version of Gill simply has not translated to international T20 cricket. Chapter 2: The Alternative India Overlooked. The argument against Gill becomes even clearer when you look at the players competing for the same spot. Abhishek Sharma has locked down the first opener's role with his fearless and high-impact style of batting. But the real debate begins at second opener slot. And this is where India has been trying to push Shubman Gill, despite his returns not matching the demand of the role. From August 2023 to November 2025, India has tested 6 different openers. And when you line up their performance, the picture becomes hard to ignore. Even with the small sample size, the trend is obvious. Ruturaj Gaikwad actually has the best numbers but hasn't had a long run. Jaiswal clearly stands out as the most complete option for the second opener's role. And right behind him is Sanju Samson's strike rate and average makes a very strong case. When you stack Gill's number against these names, the gap becomes too big to ignore. Based on this data alone, Gill does not just fall short of being the India's second opener, he does not even make a convincing case to be in T20I setup right now. Chapter 3: History of Inconsistency. Gill T20I struggle aren't new. They span multiple tours according to the data. In West Indies tour, he suffered a string of failures, scoring 3 out of 9, 7 out of 9 and 6 out of 11 in consecutive matches. In South Africa tour, he was dismissed for a duck and only managed 8 out of 6 in another. Against the Afghanistan series, despite one quick start of 23, he was dropped or rested for the remainder of the series, while players like Shivam Dubey and Rinku Singh proved their finishing mental. Chapter 4: Poor outcome for the team. When you zoom out and look at India's scoring pattern, a very interesting trend emerges. And it has nothing to do with the individual brilliance, but with how team performs when certain players are in or out of the playing 11. Number 1. When Shubman Gill was in playing 11, India has posted 200 runs target 4 times. But his contribution in those games did not really drive these totals. For example, in Zimbabwe, India smashed 234 for the loss of 2 wickets in second match. But Gill only made 2 runs in 4 balls. While India tour of Sri Lanka, India posted 213 runs in match number 1, where Gill only chipped 34 of 16 balls. In Asia Cup match against Sri Lanka, where India posted 202 for the loss of 7 wickets, Gill only scored 4 runs out of 3 balls. While against South Africa series in third match, India crossed 200 run marks, but Gill only made 8 runs out of 6 balls. Based on these numbers, the pattern is clear. India's big total came despite Gill, not because of him. His innings rarely set the tone or accelerated the game. And number 2, when Gill was not in playing 11. Now look at the game where Gill was not a part of playing 11. India has crossed 200 a staggering 9 times. And these were not just 200. Some were absolute batting explosion. For example, Bangladesh tour of India posted 221 for loss of 9 wicket and a record-breaking 297 for loss of 6 wicket. And both these total came in one series. Right after Bangladesh, India hosted South Africa for 4-match series, and India posted 202, 219, and a massive 283. In very next series against England, India scored 247 at loss of 9 wickets. While Australia Tour of India, India scored 235 for loss of 4 and 222 for the loss of 3 wickets out of the 4-match series. Against Afghanistan Tour of India, India posted 212 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. These innings were powered by players who bring instant intent like Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Varma, Yashasvi Jaiswal and others who naturally fit in the modern T20 template. The contrast is hard to ignore. When Gill plays, India score well. But when Gill does not play, India score fearlessly. Shubman Gill is generational talent. Nobody doubts that. But T20I cricket is a format that rewards urgency, not elegance. With a player like Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Varma and Yashasvi Jaiswal redefining India's approach with a fearless intent from ball 1, the top order simply can't afford an anchor who needs 15 balls to settle. At this level, reputation means nothing if the impact does not match the format's demand. And unless Gill reinvent his scoring tempo, his place in T20I setup will continue to feel a case of reputation over result. Trying to fit Gill into the new high-speed T20 lineup is like entering a luxury sedan into a Formula 1 race. It's classy, smooth, and unbeatable over a long distance. But it just does not have the explosive acceleration needed to win a sprint. If you agree, disagree, or have your own take on India's T20 selection strategy, drop your thoughts in comments. And if you enjoy this breakdown, make sure to like the video, share it with your cricketing friend, and subscribe for more sharp, data-driven cricket analysis.